After decades in prison, freedom could be around the corner for Erik and Lyle Menendez. Wednesday will be 36 years to the day of those murders, and then the very next day, Erik is up first before the parole board. The two brothers serving life sentences for murdering their parents, Jose and Kitty Menendez, at their Beverly Hills home in 1989. At the ages of 18 and 21, they were sentenced to life in prison without parole. But earlier this year, they were given reduced sentences, opening the door that the brothers, now 54 and 57 years old, could receive parole. And their parole hearings, the first that they have ever had, they are set for this Thursday and Friday. Joining us to talk more about this and what to expect, attorney Mark Reichel. Mark, it's always so good to see you, and I would love your legal explanation here for our viewers. How did the Menendez brothers go from life sentences without parole to now having the possibility of walking free?
California passed a rule about 3 to 4 years ago, actually allowing, if you can petition a judge and have enough evidence to show that you qualify for resentencing, they can actually have a resentencing hearing where the victims and the district attorney's office can come to court and oppose it. But if you win, you can be resentenced. And they were here. It was contentious, as you know. The first DA's office proposed it. That individual lost the election. The new DA came in and opposed it, actually. They still won. And so they got sentenced to 50 to life. Originally, it was life without. They got sentenced to 50 to life. Those same factors are what they're going to use now to try to get parole.
Yeah, and Erik's hearing scheduled for Thursday. Lyle's is on Friday. What are you expecting will happen?
Well, you know, I don't know if there's going to be as much fireworks as there normally would be, because so many of the family members of the victims support this. They say, look, these, you know, they were very young at the time. They had PTSD and so forth. Most of the family actually wants them released. Usually it's the family that's in there saying, do not release these people.
Do you think that we will see them released ultimately?
You know, I think you will, but it's going to take a while. So even if the parole board approves it, the chief counsel for the parole board in California has 120 days to approve it. And then after that, the governor can sit on it, I think, for 30 days or 60 days. It's 30 days, I believe, and either approve it or deny it. So it could be a political hot potato or football.
Yeah, this is fascinating. I mean, so in California, the governor has the power to reverse a parole decision, as you were saying. So if the brothers do receive parole, what are the chances that Governor Gavin Newsom overturns it? Because he does want to be seen as tough on crime. It looks like he's positioning himself for a run for the White House. And also, where does public opinion lie on this story?
I would normally ask a Edward R. Murrow award-winning journalist that, but I'll be honored to answer it myself. There's no dispute, and for the viewers, that's because Natasha has just won a Murrow Award, which is absolutely amazing and wonderful. So, you know, I'll tell you, there's no dispute in California what Gavin Newsom is nationally known. Everything now, if he wasn't, you know, as open as he is these days, with his politics, I think this wouldn't be a big deal. Now this is going to be something that all of his advisors are going to spend a lot of time considering, because this is a really big, you know, political football for him.
Yeah, certainly. And Mark, by the way, glad to see the payments are clearing with you. You are doing more work than my agent or anyone else.
I have been interviewed for 20 years, and I can only think of one other Murrow Award winner, so I'm honored myself.
I really appreciate that. Mark, I want to get one more question in with you. These parents, you know, the facts of this case, they were murdered so brutally now almost 36 years ago. Their bodies were almost unidentifiable here. We know that they also spent the money lavishly after their parents were killed here. Are there any facts working against them as they're trying to seek freedom?
Oh, yes. The DA's office has a lot of evidence that it was premeditated. And the DA's office really questions the abuse and says, you know, we hear a lot about it, but we don't see a lot about it. So it's going to be a really tough one, to be perfectly honest with you.
All right. It'll be fascinating to watch. Attorney Mark Reichel, thank you as always. Appreciate you.
And my pleasure, Natasha.